Adventure Agents is a YouTube channel focused on fishing adventures and survival challenges. In this episode, the crew heads to the shoreline to go spearfishing. Not long after they arrive, one of the members suddenly shouts after noticing something unexpected.
You get turned. Ah, I got it. There we go. That's not getting off. Okay, come on now.
Yeah.
Woo! That's a
Moray eels usually avoid confrontation, but when disturbed, they can deliver a painful bite. Their sharp teeth and powerful jaws are designed for gripping prey, and some species have a protective mucus coating that can make contact even more unpleasant. In the ocean, even a minor injury can quickly become a serious problem. Moments like this highlight why even experienced spearfishers need to remain alert, as a routine hunt can suddenly turn into a risky encounter. While fishing with lures in the remote wilderness of Alaska, he suddenly turned around and saw a massive grizzly bear charging downstream straight toward him. The encounter happened without warning, leaving him completely unprepared. With no weapon or protection available, all he had was his fishing rod and the open ground behind him.
Guys, come on this side over here. Don't go that way. Good bear, he's going around us.
Good bear. I think he's coming back down.
He's gonna go around. Hey, bud.
The massive animal kept moving along the river, and the entire encounter unfolded in just a matter of seconds. What had been a peaceful moment in nature quickly turned into an unpredictable situation. In places where humans are only visitors, wildlife often has the advantage. If you suddenly realized a grizzly bear was rapidly approaching you in the wilderness, would you stay calm or panic while trying to find a way to escape? Off the coast of Perth, Australia, on September 7th, Joe Petrovich was spearfishing with several friends when he found himself in a dangerous situation. The footage shows a huge great white shark repeatedly moving around him as he keeps hold of his spear gun. For a moment, the animal seems unbothered, but everything changes the instant Joe suddenly heads upward. Keeping his eyes fixed on the shark as it continues moving below, Joe carefully makes his way towards safety. For a moment, it looks as though the animal is swimming off. Then, without warning, it abruptly turns and heads directly toward him. Remaining remarkably composed, Joe waits for the right opportunity, using his spear gun to maintain space between himself and the shark until he can reach the ladder and climb back onto the boat. Even after the encounter ends, one thought lingers. What might have happened if he hadn't been carrying the spear gun? A helicopter flying over the ocean recorded something unusual moving beneath the water's surface. Two long, parallel streaks could be seen racing through the sea at high speed. Unlike the natural wave-like movement often associated with marine animals, these lines remained remarkably straight and steady as they traveled. Some people suggested it could have been a large sea creature viewed from a deceptive angle, while others believed it was a non-living phenomenon, such as underwater currents or a large object moving below the surface. The absence of significant disturbance in the surrounding water only added to the mystery, making the footage difficult to explain with certainty. While drifting in open water, a diver captured footage of something remarkable. A massive whale emerged from the depths and appeared to lock its gaze on him. Whales are not typically aggressive, but their enormous size can make close encounters feel intimidating. With this whale seeming to watch him so closely, the experience felt even more unsettling. On October 7th, 2018, a disturbing video was uploaded to YouTube by a channel called Scott Martin. In the clip, fisherman Scott Martin is out on what appears to be a routine fishing trip. At first, everything seems normal, with calm water and a quiet day on the water. However, the situation changes quickly after he notices something unusual beneath the surface, and the atmosphere shifts almost immediately.
In these canals, any structure, a turn in the bank, bridge pylons like this, are all things that would be a good place to catch a fish. Who's gonna catch the first one? You'd think they'd be right here in these little mats. All right, I'll fish up this corner here, rig up, and let's move on down. What is that? Look at that. What is that? Looks like a car or something. Drop a waypoint on, we'll go back across in a minute. I don't know what it is. It's sitting up off the bottom though, it's got a big shadow. Yeah, that's just like a piece of a bridge there or something. Dude, that's a truck. That's a truck right there.
This?
I think that's a truck. Yeah, dude, those are that's a car, dude.
Looks like there's 3 of them.
I'm gonna save that. That's a car. Dude, that's crazy. Look at that. That's a car. See the top of the car? It looks like a beetle, like one of those VW Beetles. I'm like creeped out right now. That's creepy, dude. I'll call the sheriff department, let them know. Ooh. That is creepy, dude.
Was received.
Palm Beach County Sheriff's Department.
All agents are busy, but your call is important to us and will be answered in the order it was received. Sheriff's Office?
Yes, ma'am. My name is Scott Martin, and I am fishing over here in a canal off of just north of the, and there's a truck in the water. Yeah, it's underwater,
okay,
but
I'm gonna have to try to find out where you are. So is it unoccupied?
yeah, it's underwater. I can't.
Okay, so let me try to find out exactly where you are. Now, it looks like Vanessa Wild, right? Like not occupied, no, as far as you know, no people outside, nothing like that?
No, it doesn't look occupied. I mean, it's underwater totally. I don't see any fresh track marks or, there's no body floating in the water or anything like that.
Okay, so probably when the guy clears his traffic stop, they'll dispatch check towards you, okay? And I'll keep an eye on it and try to call you back with an update.
Okay, thank you. I'll be waiting.
Okay.
As the boat slowly drifted closer, the shape beneath the water became more easily identifiable. It was a submerged pickup truck. The group immediately stopped fishing and contacted the sheriff. Within minutes, deputies and the Code 3 dive team arrived and secured the area. What they discovered next was far more disturbing than anyone had expected.
What is that? What? Oh, that is crazy.
There were no human remains inside the vehicle, but investigators immediately noticed something unusual. The engine was missing, along with the wheels, rear axle, and nearly everything of value. As the divers continued their search of the lake, they began uncovering even more unsettling clues.
I don't know. It's another car with no engine, no transmission, no front end, no wheels. Complete stolen. What's that hanging out? There's something hanging out. Oh, look at that. Ford. It's a Ford. Crew cab. Dude, there's a bunch of stuff. Look at that, Brandon. That can be yours for $383.
What they found appeared to be a potential crime scene, but because of the mud and water, much of the evidence had already been lost, leaving the case unsolved. What do you think happened there? Was it an accident, something deliberate, or something more sinister? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. On September 2nd, 2017, a YouTube user named Carl Berger uploaded a video that is difficult to watch. In the footage, Carl and his friend Hanno are paddling nearly 2 miles offshore near Mossel Bay, South Africa, after returning from a 2-hour fishing trip farther out at sea. Tired and ready to head back, they expect the day to be over. Instead, the situation suddenly takes a frightening turn.
Jesus Christ. It's a big boy, eh? Kom, laat ek 'n bietjie vorentoe kom. Sy. Hey. Another bite there. Check this. Yeah. What bite there? Huh? It's aggressive, right? Don't move it, right? You'll just get more aggressive. You'll lose interest. Hey!
Without warning, a massive great white shark appears alongside them. Carl and Hanno immediately bring their kayaks together, hoping to appear larger and discourage the animal, but the shark remains undeterred. It continues circling and making repeated approaches toward them. At one point, Carl strikes it with his paddle, but the action appears to escalate the situation rather than calm it. After a frightening 10-minute ordeal, the shark eventually swims away, leaving both Carl and Hanno unharmed. Looking back at the footage, it's hard to ignore how vulnerable they were. 2 miles from shore in plastic kayaks, facing a massive great white shark. Had the animal fully followed through on one of its approaches, the outcome could have been far more serious. On April 29th, 2019, a strange and unsettling video from a fishing tournament was uploaded to YouTube by a channel called Bass Assassin TV. In the footage, two college anglers are fishing on Smith Mountain Lake when they suddenly spot a police officer sprinting along the shoreline in pursuit of a suspect. Moments later, they bring their boat to shore and allow the officer to climb aboard. What happens next takes the situation in an unexpected direction.
Right there. He's in the water, so don't hit him. All right. I got him. Let me slow up. See his head?
I see him.
Pull him up on the side. Get up on the side of him.
Is that the area you're trying to get?
Get him up, go pull him in. You done playing around yet? What are you running for? Get on the boat. It's only a matter of time. Ain't no need drowning, dude. Get in the boat. You got a couple of them. Get in the boat. Come on. You don't think we got 10 people surrounded you and 2 dogs? It's gonna hurt a lot worse when you get on the shore. Over here. No, you're gonna get on the boat or I'm gonna get the dog on you. Dude, I'll get it. You've already run once. Get on the boat. Swim to the boat and get on the boat. Come on. Ain't no need in drowning or getting bit by a dog.
I did.
Come on, dude. All you gotta do is grab on and be all done. Come on, man. Ain't worth it. Come on. All you gotta do is grab my hand. It's all done. Let's go. Right here. Ain't no need in it, bud. You can come right up here on the boat. I will give you a hand. No, I'll go over there.
You want us to stop on?
I'll go over there.
Yeah, between them.
Back up just a bit. Cut him off.
They soon locate the suspect in the water. In an effort to evade capture, he had entered the lake and was still attempting to flee. With the anglers assisting from the boat and keeping track of his position, the gap between him and those pursuing him begins to shrink rapidly.
Yo, hold up.
Up, man.
How about you?
We got Bishop right there. All right.
My leg.
Well, that's it. We're working on it. We're on a boat right now. Oh, you got felony warrants and a bunch of other stuff.
For what?
They're coming.
Felony warrants for what?
Just check them out.
Felony warrants for what?
I don't know yet. I came from town. I was in court when this call went out. Why'd you run if you didn't think you had a warrant?
You got what they're for in my leg.
Well, you
No
don't
problem.
you don't have to run.
Ow, ow.
Which leg is it?
My right leg. Dude, I ate some dope too.
And what type of dope did you eat?
A lot.
How much is a lot?
Like 6 grams.
6 grams?
3.
Or
Eventually, the suspect is boxed in near the shoreline, allowing officers to move in and take him into custody. Authorities later revealed that he was wanted on multiple felony charges and was allegedly carrying hard drugs. According to reports, he swallowed several grams of a white powder before entering the water. Seeing the entire incident unfold during a fishing tournament makes the footage especially surprising. On February 26, 2018, a video showing a disturbing fishing encounter was uploaded to YouTube by a user named Nick Rose Kona. In the footage, Nick is spearfishing alone off the coast of Kona, Hawaii, when he suddenly notices something moving nearby. At first, it appears to be nothing more than a distant shape, but within moments, he realizes what he's actually looking at. As the shark moves closer, Nick has to use the end of his spear gun to push it away. The shark doesn't leave though. It continues circling nearby, remaining close and keeping its attention on him. Eventually, the tiger shark swims off into deeper water. What makes the footage especially unsettling is how composed Nick remains throughout the encounter. Being alone in open water with a predator of that size leaves very little margin for error. On November 1st, 2021, a troubling kayak fishing video was uploaded to YouTube by a channel called Fisherman's Chronicles. In the footage, the angler is fishing alone from a kayak when he accidentally hooks a bat ray. At first, it seems like nothing more than an unwanted catch. However, within moments, the situation escalates into a serious problem.
Prize catch, bat ray on the kayak while fishing for a halibut. Wow, look at, got a good view of that. This guy's trying to sting me. Not gonna let him. Ugh. Look at that. It's one big chunky bat ray. Oh, look. Oh no. Oh. Oh. I just got stung. I just got stung. Okay, on 3. 1, 2. I just got stung by a bat ray. Oh, the barb is in there. Gotta be careful.
Without warning, the ray whips its tail and drives a barb directly into his wrist. Panic immediately takes hold. Alone on the water, he is and the barb remains lodged deep in his arm. To make matters worse, he is unable to remove it.
Uh-oh. Hey Siri, how do you remove a stingray barb from your arm?
Here's what I found.
I still want to release this guy as fast as possible. This was my fault. That barb is really not budging. No, no. Okay, the barb snapped off. Let's release this guy. Oof, guys, I still got part of the barb in there. I'm gonna go to the hospital. Stay tuned though, there'll be more coming. Like and subscribe. Thank you.
Call Papi. Necesito que me escuches muy bien, sin calmarte. Me picó una mantarraya, me quité el barb. Ven por mí y vamos por favor porque sigo con parte del barb adentro. Va, nos vemos donde...
He tries repeatedly to remove the barb, but despite his efforts, the pain continues to intensify. Eventually, he has no choice but to break off part of it before freeing the ray and heading back to shore with the remaining section still embedded in his wrist. What stands out in the footage is how composed he remains throughout the incident. Had the barb struck a slightly different area, the outcome could have been far more serious. On October 19th, 2022, Kelly Young shared a video documenting a legal alligator hunt on Lake Okeechobee in Florida. Her channel focuses on outdoor adventures, hunting, and catch-and-cook experiences rooted in local traditions. On this trip, she is out on the lake with her father and a group of friends. The water seems calm, but beneath the surface, a powerful animal is already moving, waiting for the moment the situation starts to change.
Got him. Alright, we got 2 hooks in him.
Want that big little creep on the bottom, and
he's gonna, if he feels tension, he's gonna ask, hey, do you feel me? And if you feel anything strange, like vibrations or anything weird on the line, you say, yeah, I feel you. And he's gonna come up and he's gonna lift that hook vertical, so he's not gonna pull ours out.
That was a negative.
All right, maybe underneath.
Kelly and her group managed to hook a large alligator. What starts as a steady and controlled retrieval suddenly becomes a much more intense struggle.
Coming up, or?
Ooh. This guy's going nuts. We're not in a good situation.
I was gonna say, you just wanna give me that snatch and you get the dog?
Right, here's the space. Here, get him, Parker. We are so twisted up right now.
Oh my gosh, this is not good.
No, it's not. He's not happy. Slight reverse.
I'm going to the big one.
All right, he's pretty wound up.
Oh, he is.
Oh, watch rocket, watch rocket.
As the alligator suddenly begins a powerful death roll, the force pulls one side of the boat alarmingly close to the water. The situation becomes tense almost instantly, as balance can be lost in a matter of seconds, and one wrong move could put someone in the water while the animal is still connected to the line.
Parker right here is getting the bang stick ready. Once that gator head comes up, he's going to try to bang stick it. You guys go right behind,
All right, I'm live.
right behind the eyes.
All right. Just don't look straight down at it.
Oh, okay.
Bone fragments.
So which way do you think his head is?
I think his head's be
Straight down.
All right, this is gonna be tough.
Yeah, it is.
All right, if he wants to show himself, then be ready.
I'm not gonna come up in between you guys.
You need to pull your rod up higher because if he wraps, you're gonna break it. Yep. Try to float him.
Neutral.
All right, we'll walk backwards with it.
Ooh, buddy. That's right there. Go reverse again.
Yep. Oh, God. This one wants to wrap himself a lot. Yep. Makes him twist a lot.
Yeah, it sucks. His tail is up here, not his head.
Come on, come on.
Right there.
Come on.
I need him up a little higher. He's not playing. He's not
Yeah, if you
cooperating.
let the tail down, I think the head comes up.
All right.
It's gonna get shallow here in a second.
I know, I'm trying to turn. This is a absolute crazy shot. Ready?
Hold on.
Not money.
One.
That's one.
Awesome.
I'm gonna reload.
All right. They're all different, I'm telling you. That looked like quite a bit. That was a...
Okay.
The power of editing. Listen.
Ooh.
Hey,
We're gonna look like pros.
I think this is officially our gator, though.
1, 2, 3.
Good job.
So we're getting some air conditioning blowing on the boat, but we have to put the tag in this alligator. We're gonna cut a little hole in the tail there and just stick it right in.
Here. Ooh, we didn't like that. Let you click it. We'll snap those two together. Woo!
And we are tagged.
Yeah.
Gator.
Let's lay it nice and flat along the back scoots here.
Da-da-da-da.
Tyler, can you pull it in the center and tell me who's in there?
The unofficial at 10.5.
Unofficial 10.5 feet long. Awesome.
6.
The battle continues as the ropes become tangled and tighten under intense pressure. Even after the alligator is brought under control, its body continues to react, showing that the danger doesn't necessarily end when the movement stops. Many viewers noted how quickly the situation escalated, arguing that the greatest risk wasn't the hunt itself, but how rapidly things slipped out of control. When everything appears calm on the surface, how much risk could already be developing below? On June 15th, 2023, an incredible video was uploaded to YouTube by a channel called Curtis May. In the footage, Dane Jackson and his group travel into the whitewater rapids of Chiapas, Mexico to take on a section known as the Five Kings. 5 massive waterfalls in succession. It's a place where even a small mistake can quickly become life-threatening. The first part of the run goes smoothly, but when they reach the third waterfall, a 35-foot drop, something suddenly goes terribly wrong.
dead.
The force of the waterfall traps Dane in a corner. Time after time, he tries to paddle through the powerful wall of water, but every attempt is stopped immediately. Meanwhile, his friends are stuck downstream, separated from him by another 60-foot waterfall. With no safe or easy way to reach him, they are forced to climb back up and attempt a highly dangerous rescue. After spending more than 75 minutes trapped behind the waterfall, Dane finally sees his friends again. The moment brings a huge sense of relief, but the most difficult part of the ordeal is still to come. After an intense struggle against the current, they eventually succeeded in pulling Dane to safety. He was exhausted, but alive. It was the kind of situation that could have ended very differently, and without the people who were with him that day, he likely would not have survived. On June 28, 2016, 4 friends set out from Charleston, South Carolina, in a recently purchased, used center console boat. It was the vessel's first outing on the open water. Video shared by the Offshore Office Fishing channel documents the events that unfolded after unseen damage gradually weakened the hull. By the time the group attempted to return, the situation had already deteriorated. What started as a day offshore soon turned into a desperate effort to stay alive.
Dude, we got more. Hey, we got more. Hey, you keep coming up. Come up with some water. We're first. Hey, I need a flare, man. Here. Give me. I don't know how to turn it on. There he is right here. We can see vessel. Tell them to run. Where is he from us, Ricky? We're running. No. Don't waste it. Oh, that would not work. Oh, hold it. I'm holding you. Yes. He's coming. Where's the helicopter? Hey! There he is right there! Do it again! Where's the striker? Here he comes! Dude, I'll go last, man. Y'all get out of the helicopter. We're not leaving. Nobody's leaving until with all the trucks. Mayday. We see helicopter. Get it! Oh, there goes the life jacket in my shirt! Micah, give me a hand. Come here.
The footage begins after the boat has already overturned. The men are standing on the exposed hull, surrounded by open water. One of them goes beneath the capsized vessel to retrieve life jackets, water, and emergency supplies. They launch flares for help, but some do not work. Throughout the ordeal, every action is carried out carefully and with urgency, knowing that one wrong move could make the situation even more dangerous.
He's going down, Ricky. Grab me, firm. Nobody injured? No. Good. All right. I jumped in and there was a little shark following me. Oh, really? Yeah. Give me a minute, guys, all right?
Yeah, man, you're good.
We're good. You're here. Yeah, no injuries or anything?
No, we're good. I just kept going under to get more life jackets.
The hole had to be already cut. It was leaking. That little slight crack will make it leak.
Up, man.
I bet you guys are all right. This get y'all. This goes south way more than you think. The E-Perb would have brought y'all here anyway. Hey. All right, is anybody here a bad swimmer? Does everybody have? Hey, hold on, man. Flip over, all right? Very good. Yeah, got him. Where'd y'all hit him? All right, boys. Good work.
You all right?
I need water.
Yeah.
Y'all are the man. Glad everybody's seen us. I'm glad they got our E-Perb.
Yeah, definitely.
The last EPIRB had also been lost. With no emergency beacon remaining, a troubling question remained. How long could someone survive alone, drifting unnoticed in the open sea? Back in 2016, an Australian fisherman spotted a strange object floating near his boat. At first, he thought it might be some kind of alien creature, but he soon realized it was something much more dangerous. The object was actually a bloated whale carcass. After a whale dies, gases can build up inside the body, causing it to swell dramatically. As the pressure increases, the carcass can eventually rupture, scattering debris and internal material over a wide area. These explosions can be dangerous for anyone nearby. Once fisherman Mark Watkins realized the risk, he quickly steered his boat away as the whale appeared close to bursting. Hammock Mountain is an outdoor adventure channel where Daniel explores remote locations and camps in places that most people would overlook. He often visits sites known for their unsettling history and local legends. On November 3rd, 2025, he sets up his truck near an abandoned amusement park in Mercer County, West Virginia, a place remembered for tragic accidents from decades ago. He plans to explore the area, document what he finds, and spend the night nearby. But the night soon takes an unexpected turn.
I'm going to take you all on a walk around this abandoned amusement park, see what we can see. It's pretty wild. There's houses right across the street over there. If you see the lights in the background, there's houses pretty close. But right behind me is the Ferris wheel. I know you can't see it, but I'll take you up there in a minute. We're going to look around, see what we can see. I'm going to keep it kind of quiet around here because I don't want to alert anybody next door, maybe in the houses or whatever. But we're going to look and see what we can find. They say this place is haunted. I was walking through here a little while ago and I saw something that was pretty spooky. So when I get over there, I'll tell you about it. But let's turn around and see if we can take a look at this amusement park. Specifically the swing and the Ferris wheel. So let's go.
Later that night, Daniel quietly leaves his truck to explore the abandoned amusement park, careful not to attract attention from the nearby houses. Following overgrown paths, he passes decaying structures until he reaches the rusted remains of a large Ferris wheel. Covered in climbing vines and standing against the dark sky, the old structure dominates the silent landscape.
It's weird. Why did my light just go out? And it came right back on. That was strange. Don't quit now, light.
While returning from a nearby settler grave marker, Daniel suddenly hears a loud splash from the lake behind him. He quickly turns his flashlight toward the water, but its surface is completely calm, with no ripples or signs of anything that could have caused the sound. The unexplained noise leaves him uneasy as he continues exploring.
Back out again. And it's back on. I did not. Oh, wait a minute. I may go to a different light. Okay, we'll just leave it there. All right. That's one of the old swings where it swings around and around, and you get in the little swings down here, the seats, and as it turns, then you swing way out. Well, what happened, the girl in the pink dress was swinging on this swing, and a Coca-Cola truck was in here delivering drinks and sodas to the concession stand.
As Daniel approaches the rusted swing ride, a location linked to one of the park's most well-known accidents, his flashlight stops working for the second time. The repeated failures at places connected to the park's history catch his attention. In the still, windless air, a single swing begins to move while every other swing and nearby object remains completely motionless. The unusual sight leaves him unable to explain what caused it.
It wasn't even spinning a while ago. It was just sitting there swinging back and forth. Hello. I'm not getting any closer to that. I'm sorry. So it goes from swinging back and forth to spin. Oh, don't look at me. It looks like a little dog with a blanket. Okay, I'm out of here. I'm going back to my hammock on the other side of the lake.
Daniel moves closer to get a better look, but the swinging soon turns into fast, repeated spinning. Deciding not to get any closer, he abandons his plan to walk to the nearby burial grounds and returns to his hammock for the night. While trying to sleep, he feels something brush past him, but he remains at camp until sunrise. The next morning, he quietly packs up, enjoys a cup of coffee by the misty lake, and leaves before anyone arrives. Looking back, the unexplained flashlight failures, the mysterious splash, and the moving swing leave him with more questions than answers. Outdoor Alley is a Yucca-based outdoor adventure creator known for wild camping, hot tent setups, bushcraft, and testing camping gear in challenging conditions. On February 24th, 2024, he arrives at Loch Lomond, Scotland, near Glasgow, during heavy rain and thick fog. The lakeside is wet and littered with rubbish left behind by previous visitors. Although a few people are gathered under a nearby shelter, he chooses to set up camp in a separate area.
Very shortly. But yeah, the bad thing about Loch Lomond is it's very close to the big city.
After setting up his hot tent, he arranges his sleeping gear and tries to light a small used stove inside. The wet weather makes the task difficult, with damp wood, cold hands, and poor visibility slowing everything down. Even before anything serious happens, the harsh conditions create a tense atmosphere. Soon after, he notices the stove is not burning properly, and with the enclosed tent and moisture-filled air, the situation begins to feel unsafe.
Just went back up the car because I forgot the buckfast. It's in the car, and yeah, scared off a couple of doggers up here at the lay-by. Yeah, definitely dogging. The windows were steamed up. They drove off sharpish, opening the windows till I air it. So yeah, missed a trick there. Yeah, gonna go down to the campfire. Rain has eased a little bit. It's just constant. You seen me trying to cook my dinner there over the campfire.
The stove begins to malfunction, producing thick smoke and black residue that quickly fills the inside of the tent. Realizing it is no longer safe to cook in the enclosed space, he turns the stove off and moves outside to prepare his food over a campfire despite the rain. What started as a minor inconvenience becomes a serious safety issue, highlighting the importance of proper ventilation and reliable equipment when using a stove inside a tent.
Let's see how it's getting on. Is it still smoking? Oh, the smoke seems to have calmed down, I think. Yeah. Should be fine, time I get back in it. It's a decent tent other than that. The rain beads off it well. Just need a decent stove. And the guys have got the disco lights on the tops.
While walking to his car to collect breakfast supplies, he is briefly surprised by a couple of people nearby. They leave soon after, but in the thick mist and poor visibility, the unexpected encounter adds to the uncertainty. Back at camp, he checks the tent after the smoke incident and finds that most of the smoke has cleared, reinforcing how quickly a faulty stove can become dangerous. Despite the problems, he cooks over an outdoor fire and continues camping in the rain. Although the tent performs well, the stove clearly needs replacing. The trip becomes a lesson in the importance of reliable equipment, good preparation, and making safe decisions when conditions become challenging. This eerie video comes from Franco TV, a YouTube channel where Franco explores haunted places and paranormal activity on his own. On this trip, he set out to check out a hidden trail and the well-known Devil's Chair in Casadaga, Florida. It was August 16th, 2025, and what started as a quiet afternoon soon took a darker turn, As night settled in, the forest felt different. Whispers echoed through the trees, leaves moved without wind, and faint flashes of light appeared in the distance. With his night vision, gear, and K2-meter ready, Franco had no idea how intense the night was about to get.
The night vision right over here, so that way you guys can see it. Hey y'all. And I have my other night vision. Let's try turning this thing on. I'm sorry, I'm a little nervous because Is there anybody out here? Is there anybody with me here? Oh, I got something. It was really brief. Hello? Can you tell me your name? This light down a little bit. There you go. I'm hearing something. Hello? Oh my God. I'm literally hearing somebody over there. I'm gonna bring up the brightness real quick. Can you tell me your name? It's literally coming from around here. I don't mean any problems. I'm just here exploring, and I found this area. Is it okay if I'm out here? Look at this. Guys, I'm a little nervous about this. What the hell is that?
Franco places the K 2 meter deep in the forest as the last light of day fades into shadows. Whispering voices seem to float between the trees, and the device suddenly spikes. Nervously, he calls out, "Is anyone here?" In the thick darkness, every sound, the wind, distant traffic, even a snapping twig, feels unnervingly loud and close.
I come in peace. I don't even know what I want to do. Like, I got something back there. There's like a, you see it? I don't know what that is. A drink. Nope, I'm going back to the circle. I am going back to the circle. Holy crap. Let's turn me around. I'm going back to the circle. I can't do that. Oh my God. Okay. I think I'm gonna let me grab the meter. I'm sorry if I'm shaking this camera a lot. I'm gonna be fluctuating between both cameras, but I literally feel like I'm being watched. Literally feel like I'm being watched. Hold on. You guys gotta give me a second. My adrenaline is literally pumping through the roof right now. The fact that I just heard whispers and I haven't heard them again since I looked around to see if I could find it. I didn't see anything yet. Is there anyone still here with me? Hello? Hey! Nope. Yeah, screw that. I am not doing that.
As Franco nears the medicine wheel, the air feels even thicker. The K2 meter spikes once more. Strange lights flicker through the trees, and the whispers grow louder, coming from all directions. Suddenly, a shadow darts past, too close to ignore. Franco gasps, camera in hand, backing away carefully as the forest seems alive with unseen movement.
From the area. But I don't think they wanted me in there. I don't think they're following me. Look at that. What the hell are they doing? They're probably doing rituals. They're probably doing something weird. Now my camera's not picking up that light, but I'm next to the roadway, so I'm out. That's too dangerous. I mean, I don't know who they are, so I gotta be really careful. What are they doing? I gotta go. Let's see if they're getting closer towards me.
Lights flicker in the darkness, though no one is in sight. Footsteps echo close by, and the K2 meter jumps violently. Shadows shift between the trees, and the whispers seem to surround him. Breathing hard, Franco slowly backs up before finally leaving the forest entirely. Shaken and unsettled, what had promised adventure in Casadaga turned out to be far darker than he expected. As he left the forest behind, Franco couldn't help but wonder, were the whispers just echoes of the past, or was something still following him through the night? Rambling On is an Irish solo camping channel where Jason documents the realities of wild camping across Ireland's rugged landscapes. On October 27, 2025, he set out to camp in a mountainous forest in Ireland.
Because there is a little camp spot that I want to check out. I don't know if the tent I have would fit. You can see why I wanted to chance my arm with this little spot, can't you? That spot there looks flat, but there's a big trench, a little trench going through it. But I can see myself coming back up here for a very uncomfortable night. Just not tonight. Little water source there as well. Nothing to complain about. Now, instead of going back down and hiking up another area, I'm going to take the lazy man's way, which is definitely going to bite me in the ass because it means going through this mess up here, which is the way I went the last time. And the last time, I didn't have a massive camping bag on my back. And I don't think there was as much water in that stream, so this might be interesting. Yeah, ooh, that's a lot softer than I thought it was going to be. Right. Oh, bugger. That's not a good start. Let's just see how far I can get. It's not a good start. Ooh. Okay, I think the lazy man's route is not the way to go tonight. I fancy keeping my feet dry and keeping myself upright for as long as possible. Oh yeah. Okay, let's get out of here. Ooh. Okay. There's a deer trail. You can see where they cross just here and jump over to here, but I haven't been up.
During peak rutting season, Jason's plan changes almost immediately when his main route is blocked by active logging. Forced to cross muddy ground and deep ruts that make every step difficult, he takes what he describes as an easier shortcut. Carrying a heavy backpack as daylight fades, he suddenly spots a large stag standing ahead in the cleared forest. After watching him for a moment, the animal walks away, and Jason continues, sensing the atmosphere had become far more unsettling.
The problem is, it's rutting season. And I kind of had it in the back of my mind that maybe the deer might be a little bit aggressive, but surely they wouldn't come near me. But if I'm laying in between all their trails, I don't fancy my chances. Especially, I'm talking about a stag here now. I know the doe, they'd keep their distance, but the stags, you know, with their big cojones. More worried about the other end now, you know, the bits. I'm a little bit wary of pitching up here because I can see the signs of the deer and there's trails going every direction. So it's kind of a little junction for them. I don't fancy an encounter with that stag. And I might be being a bit foolish, or maybe I'd be foolish to stay, who knows? But I think I'd rather be foolish and leave.
Jason finds what seems like a good place to camp, but quickly realizes it is a well-used deer crossing, with fresh tracks and droppings covering the ground. Knowing it is peak rutting season and that stags can become aggressive, he decides to move closer to the forestry road instead. Later that night, while preparing dinner, Shots suddenly echo through the trees. As the shots grow louder and seem to move closer, he turns off his head torch, gets inside his tent, and remains completely still until morning. At first light, he packs up, leaves the campsite clean, and heads home after a night made dangerous by nearby fire rather than the forest itself. Camp Life Bushcraft is a UK-based wild camping and bushcraft channel focused on lightweight camping, woodland overnights, and testing outdoor gear. On July 31st, 2021, the two campers entered a public woodland after crossing open fields, looking for a hidden place to set up before nightfall. The trip was intended as a practical test for a future long-distance hike. As they moved deeper into the forest, the paths became narrower, the vegetation grew thicker, and visibility quickly decreased beneath the trees, making it harder to see more than a short distance ahead.
Let's have a bit of this.
Right, where are you?
I'm just getting all the big sort of twigs off the ground so it doesn't punch at the bottom of the tent.
Yeah.
I'm just sort of familiarising myself with the terrain.
We were just saying this is quite a spooky woodland.
Quite spooky as F, mate. I'm a bit spooked out.
Are you really?
Yeah, it's well, the owls were hooting and there's like weird sort of what's that predator noise coming through the woods?
Woodpeckers. Predator noise. This is a bit of a spooky woodland, but it's good. I think it's very overgrown, very enclosed. We just found a little opening. I mean, I scoped this place out a few weeks back and it was quite open and quite pleasant, but now we're in here and it's sort of summer and it's grown right.
As darkness fully settles over the campsite, they continue organizing their gear, preparing food, and testing their sleeping setup. The surrounding woodland is almost completely hidden by the darkness, leaving them with very limited visibility. Throughout the night, the combination of poor visibility and constant natural sounds becomes the most noticeable part of the experience.
It's close, it's imposing. It's just surrounded by thick foliage in all directions, which is nice. It's kind of what I wanted, but at the same time, I mean, it's still light outside. You can see the sky just about through there. It's not dark yet, but yeah. Spooky, man.
The next morning, the only notable issue occurs when one of the campers briefly loses track of the campsite after walking away. Surrounded by dense woodland with no clear landmarks, finding the way back becomes difficult until the tents are finally spotted through the trees.
Down tools and packed our gear away because the tents are reasonably dry at the moment. So I'm going to leave it there, I think. To be honest, it's I'm done. I'm done with the filming for now. We're going to walk back in a minute. I'm just going to tidy this area up behind me. Like what he's doing. Can you see him there? Can you see him raking? Leave no trace is the mantra. So yeah, I've got my little patch of ground to sort out, a couple of bits to put away, aeroplane to ignore, and then we're off. Rob, it was lovely to see you.
Lovely to see you, buddy.
Here.
No.
No, I don't.
Do.
You'll go, I'm out with me mate. That's it, doesn't say anything. Nothing about my channel. No help plugging in.
I don't want to lose any more subscribers to you, do I?
But yes, it was good to be out with Rob again. So thank you very much for watching. Thumbs up would be appreciated. All that sort of thing.
Yeah. I'm very glad you don't put that stupid bell in that when you go, oh Roger, like, subscribe, ding, and you think, why do people do that?
As they begin packing up, rain suddenly starts falling, forcing them to quickly protect their gear and take down the campsite before the weather gets worse. The experience is shaped by the surroundings rather than any major incident. The dense forest, poor visibility, and isolation create a quiet sense of tension throughout the night, even though nothing unusual or threatening actually happens. In the Appalachian Mountains, the Exploring with Bear channel captured a solo camping trip in a secluded valley bordered by cliffs and a dry creek bed, a place known for its strange reputation. On September 1st, 2024, Bear pitched his camp there alone, unaware that the night would bring unsettling noises, unexplained movement, and an overwhelming sense of being watched.
Yeah, there's just a lot of noises out here. Could be a lot of wildlife. As long as that big thing don't show up, man, that was freaking, and it would, you gotta see the video. It sort of has me paranoid now. I just heard another noise over there. I hope you guys are hearing this. I keep wanting to lay down, but I'm hearing so much crap. Alright, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to lay down and pray to Jesus. Yeah. So I got my prayers in. I have my protection right here. I also got my handy dandy buck knife. I love this thing. Razor sharp. This might be one of the craziest campouts I've done. There's stuff moving all around me. And I'm in like this plastic bag where I can't see nothing.
As the night grows colder, Bear settles into his tent. Distant snaps of branches echo through the dark, while leaves rustle far too close. Shifting shadows seem to toy with his eyes, and every sound puts him on edge, as though something unseen is lurking just outside the thin fabric of his shelter.
That's ridiculous. What is that? I don't know if you guys can hear that, but now there's something bigger moving. Oh man, I'm getting a cramp in my shoulder. I hope you guys heard that. It's still moving over there. It's a little ways off, but it's still pretty close to. Man, after freaking last night, man. That rack was a little loud. Safety. Okay. It's ready. My heart is freaking pounding out my chest right now. Was that a growl? I don't have my boots on. I can still hear it. It's moving stuff around. these freaking mountains are crazy. Hello? I don't know if I should have done that. If it's a person, they gotta see the tent. I don't hear it anymore. Oh my goodness. Let me flip this camera around. Can you see anything? Dang it. I know you guys say to do this. This feels so stupid though, like sticking my head out of the tent right now. Did something just fall right there? Screw that. I gotta get my boots on. I gotta get my boots on. Man, that's so loud. Let's do it. Band-aid, like a band-aid. Come on. Crap, my light. Crap, what happened to the light? Damn it. What happened? I can't see nothing. I can't see nothing, man. I'm outside the tent and I can't see nothing. What is going on? Why won't this light up anything? Oh my goodness, God, this freaking light is about dead. I can't see nothing. Hello? It was right over here. I just heard something move over there. That's where the sound came. Why can't I see nothing? Hold on.
Things quickly ramped up. Loud thuds and heavy rustling broke out right outside the tent, way too big to be just normal animals. His flashlight started dying, leaving him almost in total darkness while the sounds circled. When he finally peeked outside, all he saw were shifting shadows. Knife in hand, he listened as whatever it was kept moving around camp. Even after it all went quiet, the feeling of being watched never left. That night in the Appalachians showed that sometimes the scariest part isn't what you see. It's what you feel lurking out there in the dark. On August 1st, 2025, Tyler from Independence Overland, a channel known for overlanding adventures and remote camping across the American West, traveled into the Nevada desert with a friend. Hoping to satisfy a long-held curiosity, they headed toward the edge of Area 51, following old stories and modern rumors. Before long, they discovered that even the vast, empty desert could feel far from deserted.
Did you guys hear that? That was a sonic boom from them testing aircraft. Like I felt it in my chest. Like someone kicked me. You see the truck?
Yeah, that's one of the camo dudes.
That are watching, and we can't go past this sign.
Yeah, this isn't the gate I thought it was. We have made it to the perimeter of Area 51, and this is Groom Lake Road. And if you look behind me, there's an F-150 sitting up on the hillside. And basically they just have people that wait to make sure nobody's crossing lines and stuff, because it does happen quite often. We're not looking to do anything like that. We're gonna respect all the boundaries. I'm not trying to do anything stupid here. We did hear a sonic boom. I'm hoping we don't hear any of those in the middle of the night. They're doing all sorts of testing out here, so who knows what we're gonna see or hear. I think now we're gonna get out here and try to find us a campsite.
It is funny how they just like nose in and just sit there and stare at you. It's like a weird intimidation thing.
As they approached Groom Lake Road, the open desert gave way to warning signs and an eerie silence. On a distant ridge, they noticed white security trucks, often called the camo dudes, quietly watching the area. Even though Tyler and his friends stayed on public land, they couldn't shake the feeling that they were being monitored. After nightfall, the atmosphere changed again as the desert became even more mysterious.
Intensely bright blue and red stationary lights were shining above these clouds right until I grabbed my camera. We could tell by the intensity of these lights that whatever it was relatively close, but none of us can see it with the naked eye. Zooming in on the footage, however, exposes two what looked to be triangular-shaped craft, and these were making no noise, and they were not moving.
The whole thing with this story is that it is obviously not created by us, but it doesn't necessarily mean it wasn't created here. I don't know what it is. I don't think anybody who's watching this video actually knows what it is.
As exciting as this spot has been, we want to see the main gate, so into the climate control of the trucks and on to our next destination, a place that we will absolutely, positively see an alien.
So yeah, we stopped at the little alien to eat, and they were not allowing filming inside. There's a bunch of signs everywhere. We're gonna make our way to the other gate.
As darkness fell over Delamar, they spotted two colored lights near the clouds. The lights remained still, and when viewed through the camera's zoom, they appeared to form a triangular shape. No one in the group could immediately explain what they were seeing. Their most unsettling experience came later that night.
Direction was the base?
It's that way.
It started way over here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was like here, and it went like up, and then it stopped, and then when it started moving this way.
Yeah, 90 degrees.
You light it up again with that laser?
While camping far from the nearest town, they watched a single light rise above the horizon before suddenly changing direction at a sharp right angle. It moved, stopped, shifted again, and then faded into the night sky. The sight left the group unable to explain what they had witnessed. Some viewers believe they were being watched throughout the trip, while others think the lights may have been connected to classified testing in the area. Whatever the explanation, the experience left them with more questions than answers. The video comes from Suffolk Camper, a UK solo camping channel known for stealth camping in quiet countryside locations, often with historic or atmospheric settings. On April 28, 2026, he camped at St. Mary the Virgin's Church in Clopton, Suffolk. After nightfall, he leaves his tent and walks deeper into the graveyard. Although he has camped in cemeteries before, this place feels more unsettling than the others. As it gets darker, the graveyard grows quieter. Visibility decreases, and his attention turns to the older Gothic part of the churchyard.
Torch went out, hang on. Oh, what's going on? Here we go. Here we have another. This place seems so much friendlier during the day, but when it's lights out, it gets a bit spookier. See, I can't read any of these. Nice flowers though. These haven't been tended to for many years. These are people long forgotten about. Probably been
Later, while standing inside the church porch, he knocks on the locked wooden doors and waits, but no one responds. The silence that follows makes the moment feel even more unsettling, as the quiet building creates the impression that someone could be on the other side, listening.
Really quite strongly. I wasn't here before. I can really suddenly smell like manure. Really quite strongly. There's my tent. Maybe there's a farmer spreading muck like late at night or something, I don't know. But anyhow, I'm going to put this away and I'll see you guys soon, alright? I'll see you in a bit. Hey, how's it going?
After returning to the campsite, he suddenly notices a strong smell drifting through the area. It hadn't been there earlier, and its unexpected appearance stands out in the otherwise quiet surroundings.
Definitely feel creeped out around here sometimes. I just want to check around with a torch actually. Could have sworn I heard something. Maybe I'm just being paranoid.
The experience is shaped by the atmosphere rather than any direct encounter. As the night goes on, the darkness, equipment problems, and changing surroundings make the area feel more uncertain. Nothing clearly appears, and no confrontation takes place, but the growing uncertainty leaves the camper feeling increasingly exposed in the graveyard. On February 12th, 2025, while camping alone in the woods, Dan uses a spirit talker and the Necrometer app during his investigation, receiving some unsettling responses that heighten the eerie atmosphere. However, later on, things become much more disturbing.
Talking about nothing, I'm going to go ahead and get ready for bed. Need to put a bunch of stuff away. Need to put this camera away. Need to get this camera ready to stay up for a few hours, if you will. Need to get everything else. All right, I'm gonna get in bed, get ready, get in bed, respond to some texts, eat a snack, and I'll be back with you guys. Oh man, this feels great. Where's my... Always got to keep your flashlight by your side. Dude, this feels so good. Oh, man. I need a new cot. That's for sure. I desperately need a new cot. This thing is cashed. For sure. But still alright. Kind of. But, man. No, I got the sleeping bag, though. I got this nice, thick, knitted blanket that I doubled over. Or doubled up. Folded in half. I got, a pillow for once. Oh, dude, I think I'm going to sleep pretty good tonight. And I am tired. I am really tired. So, yeah, I think I'm going to be sleeping pretty good tonight. Alright, guys. I'm going to get ready for bed, I guess. Which is just take my hat off and lay down. So, good night. And I will see you very soon.
After a long day, Dan gets comfortable inside his tent and starts to fall asleep.
What is that? What was that?
Right Right before falling asleep, Dan hears weird tapping sounds, followed by heavy footsteps crunching through the grass. Immediately on alert, he puts on his boots, grabs his flashlight, and heads outside to check it out.
Is there someone here? Dude, it sounded like they came out of the woods. Or someone or something. It sounded like they came out of the woods. And then... I don't know. And then I heard something metal. I wonder if it was this. Like... I don't know. I definitely heard some sort of like... Some sort of like metal... Like clanging noise. Or something. For sure. Oh, what was that, dude? And then it just took off. I heard it just take off back in the forest or something. It or someone. Which both of those options I don't like. Oh, man. Alright, dude, it's cold. Going back in the tent. Dude, literally, as I was just about to go to sleep, I hear that. Yeah, literally just as I was going to sleep. Like I could, like feel that heaviness on my eyes. I could feel that relaxation kick in, and then I heard something. And at first I thought, and as cliche as it sounds, but at first I thought, oh, it's just the wind. And then I remembered that there is no wind tonight. I mean, of course, it can happen. But then I heard what sounded like steps, and, yeah. So. Oh, man. I don't know what that was. If I was a betting man, I'd probably bet that, I need to get my shoes off again. I'd be willing to bet that it's probably the same thing that I heard earlier. Out there walking around. And earlier than that, when I was originally talking to you guys, trying to get the fire going. Whatever we heard then. But it sounded like it almost had the stride of a person. Like that. Yeah, like it sounded like it had the stride of a person, but I don't know, dude, it's hard to tell.
He searches the area carefully, but doesn't see anyone. However, he spots a loose metal drain lid nearby, which probably caused the loud clanging noise. Still, the footsteps were clear and purposeful, and with no wind or animals around, it leaves him wondering, was it just someone passing by, or something more sinister? The video comes from Shane and Ain Adventures, an Irish van life channel that documents road trips across Europe, including both everyday travel and unexpected experiences. In April 2026, while traveling outside Seville, Spain, they decided to spend the night after having trouble reaching the city. They leave a busier area and park in a quiet, isolated lot beside an abandoned football field to get a better signal. Although the location is convenient, it is much more secluded, with no nearby vehicles, lights, or noticeable activity.
No. Nada. So we are here. This park up is literally in the middle of nowhere. There was a motorbike down here at the very front, started flashing the lights at us, I don't know what he was doing. And then he pulled up beside us and he was like...
I thought he was saying damn it, which means give me.
Yeah, I know.
And I was like, he wants money.
No, because he had his phone and he was like Uber Eats or something.
You should have said yes.
Oh, well. This is what I see after us cooking. He was like, Dorian.
Maybe he's going to the French van.
Yeah, I think so.
Later, at around 1 a.m., they hear footsteps outside the van. The sounds stay close and continue for several moments, making it seem as though someone is walking around the vehicle rather than just passing by. With no visible activity in the area and only limited visibility from inside the van, they can rely only on what they hear, making the situation feel even more unsettling.
Was walking around the van, walking up and down. I did.
Because I just sleep anywhere. But now it's in my head. So let's go. This is like one of the first times we...
No, it is the first time.
Yeah, it is the first time that we have to move.
People say, like, when you have a gut feeling, just get up and leave because...
Turn right onto Calle Virgen de las Dolores.
The van and around the van, so I don't know what was going on. We're out in the middle of nowhere and there's nobody about, so I don't think he should be about at 1:30 in the morning. So we're going to go to the other park up, which is just around here, but we know...
They decide to leave right away. Still wearing their pajamas, they start the van and drive to a busier area. Rather than waiting to find out what caused the footsteps, they choose to leave while they still can, putting safety first.
We've woken up here in our little park up outside Seville. That fella walking around our van, I don't know what he was doing, but at 1:30, nobody should be walking up and down and around your van, so we decided to move over here. We had a beautiful, quiet night's sleep. It took us a while to get back to sleep, but it's time to get up, get an Uber, get into the city and see what Seville has to offer. We had to move back here this morning just to do a little bit of work because this is the only spot in this little town that has Wi-Fi. But last night we could hear somebody walking around here because this is like a gravel road and they were walking up and down the van, around the van. It just didn't feel...
The next morning, they talk about what happened, but never find out who was outside the van or why. Although they briefly return to the area for a phone signal, they decide never to spend another night there. Nothing else happens, but the unexplained footsteps are enough to convince them the location isn't worth the risk. On December 20th, 2025, the YouTube channel A Tiny Nomad shared a video following Gina on a solo winter drive through Alaska. Living out of her Toyota 4Runner, she traveled from Palmer toward Fairbanks, one of the coldest cities in the United States. The channel focuses on slow travel, winter survival, and minimalist road living. This trip was surrounded by freezing temperatures, long stretches of empty roads, and complete silence.
Y'all just don't even know how much I'm enjoying this section of the Parks Highway right now. For it to be dead of winter and this road to be so nice is a freaking luxury. Not having to worry about ice or even slow down, I'm cruising. I know it's not gonna last long though. They've done a really fantastic job at keeping this road, at least this section, plowed and clear. I just checked Denali National Park weather, which is, I think Denali's an hour and a half, 2 max away from Fairbanks, and it's supposed to snow in Denali tonight, which could mean snow for that whole area. That could make a difference on if I decide to keep driving all day today or to stop. I would rather not drive this highway if it's gonna snow tonight. And I just found out it is calling for snow tonight in Fairbanks. So I might want to try to get to Fairbanks by tonight. Alright, we have officially got into this section where it's pretty nasty. This is just straight ice we're driving on right now. Well, friends, we may not make it to Fairbanks today like I thought, because I did not expect this highway to be as bad as it is. It was so good in the beginning, and now I'm just driving on ice. I've never driven on ice like this before. I'm having to drive very slow. Right now I'm going 35 miles per hour. It's absolutely brutal, you guys. It's awful. I have been going about 35, 45 miles per hour for a long time now, and nobody's behind me. That means that most people probably don't drive on this road in the winter, I guess. The bright side is we are officially halfway there.
As Gina drove north from Palmer, the temperature dropped rapidly and daylight began to disappear. The icy roads, freezing weather, and isolated surroundings made every part of the journey more challenging. Traveling alone, she slowed down and focused on staying in control as the drive became increasingly difficult.
I'm trying to thaw out my drone right now so I can get some drone shots of this gorgeous winter landscape, but it's pretty frozen. Look at that sunset, you guys. The colors are fantastic. Well, I just pulled over to fly my drone for the first time today after warming it up because it was frozen. Then when I went to fly it, the battery just completely depleted. I'm guessing that was because it was in freezing temperatures for a while. We're about 150 miles from Fairbanks, and I still have not decided if I'm going to drive all the way there tonight. All right, we just hit negative 18 degrees out. This is the coldest weather I've ever experienced in my life. Yeah, negative 18. It's frigid. It hurts my hands. Crushing. God, so beautiful. Just hit negative 20. All right, you guys. So I think I've made a decision about what I'm gonna do tonight. The internet says that it is 6 degrees in Denali National Park right now. It's negative 15 right now, so we'll see if that's true. And if it is 6 degrees there, I'm going to pull over and sleep there. The temperature is supposed to just get warmer through the nights. I think it's going to go up to like 12 degrees. I could make it to Fairbanks tonight, but the reason I don't want to do that is 2 reasons. It's getting dark, and the darker it gets, the less easily I can see moose, and hitting one of those can be life-threatening. Another reason why I don't really want to go straight to Fairbanks is because I think when we get there, it's going to be negative 17 degrees, and because I've never tested my sleeping bag out in that weather yet, I don't really want to do that. Could just get a very cheap hotel for the night there, but if it's 6 degrees in Denali, we're just gonna do that. It is supposed to snow a little. I'll tell you what though, this road is clear as a mother. It is beautiful. I would even be willing to sleep in my sleeping bag at negative 10. I just don't want to go straight to negative 18. You should never do that with sleeping bags. Okay, the weatherman is playing games with me because it is not getting warmer. It's turning colder. Negative 24. Well, we just passed the entrance for Denali National Park, and it's negative 20. I don't know what is going on with that weather forecast. Okay, we went from like negative 22 to negative 13. We'll see. We'll see if it keeps going down. It is at negative 9 degrees right now. We're actually going down. 5 miles ago, we were at negative 20, right when I passed the Denali Park Road. If it actually goes down to the 5 degrees like the weather forecast said, it's going to be seriously blown. We might camp here because it is negative 4 degrees, and I feel very comfortable in that temperature. So since it's supposed to snow tonight, I'm going to put this Arctic frost cover thing over my front windshield. It's definitely still very cold out there because with the wind chill, it's making it negative 18. Usually I sleep with no socks, but it does feel pretty cold tonight, so I'm gonna put some fresh, clean wool socks on.
Near Denali, black ice made the drive much more dangerous. The freezing temperatures also affected her equipment, and even brief stops became difficult. Rather than continue driving in the dark, Gina decided to spend the night inside her vehicle, managing the cold while waiting for safer conditions. Although stopping reduced the risk, the harsh weather remained a constant challenge.
There's snow road, you guys. There's snow road today. This is wild. There's a truck like 100 feet ahead of me right now. Cannot even see the truck. Super low visibility. God. Nobody is driving on this road today. God. Well, that was just weird. There was this person following me, and I just pulled over to to let them pass because that's what I always do, especially during weather like this. When I went to pull over, they pulled over too directly behind me. Okay, I guess I'll just keep on going. So I keep on going. Car starts moving again too, and probably 5 or 10 miles down the road, I was like, I do not want this car behind me anymore. So I pulled into this rest stop that I'm at right now. They pull into the rest stop, get right behind me, park their car, and I'm just sitting here like wondering, like, what are they gonna do? Then all of a sudden they drive away, and then they turn around and start going the opposite direction. Honestly, weird. It makes it even weirder the fact that they didn't drive on and just keep on going the direction they were going, but they turned around. 30 more miles. We are almost there. Well, we are stuck behind this snowplow truck that's going about 25 miles per hour. Well, the snow flows behind the truck and just really impairs your visibility. I mean, look at this. There's a car right in front of me, but you can barely see it. Even with the car's blinkers on, can't really see it. Winter Wonderland it is.
The next day, heavy snowfall reduced visibility to almost nothing. As Gina approached Fairbanks, another vehicle pulled in behind her and stopped whenever she stopped without giving any signal or explanation. After a while, the road opened up and she reached Fairbanks safely, but the encounter remained unexplained. For many viewers, the unsettling part wasn't the weather. It was the feeling of being quietly followed without knowing why. The video comes from Do Over Gaming, a UK-based channel best known for gameplay and VR content. In this episode, the creators leave gaming behind to explore the abandoned Stony Fork School in the United Kingdom. On September 7th, 2019, they walk through the old hallways, classrooms, and gymnasium, where damaged floors, graffiti-covered walls, and scattered debris show years of neglect. The large, empty building causes sounds to echo throughout the corridors, adding to the atmosphere.
Sound like a footstep from in here. It sounded like that.
Be careful there, dude. Those stories are not good.
Oh, I know.
Behind you is rotted.
I know. I see it right there.
You hear something like that?
It sounded like a footstep in there. There's the room with all the Disney characters. No, I think.
As they explore the cafeteria, a metallic noise echoes through the building, sounding like something being dragged or rolling across the floor. They stop to listen and try to figure out where it is coming from. Although the noise could have been caused by the building's poor condition, the unknown source makes the situation more unsettling.
George.
He's not, he's like I was at the cemetery. Guys, George is having a rough time. He's apparently sensitive to spirits and stuff like that, and he's having something's interacting with him. It's not giving him a good feeling. He said something doesn't want him here. So we're gonna go out here and hang out with George, guys. I'll be back. All right, guys, we're going back in right now. I came out with George. He got grabbed on the leg. He's got scratches on his leg, and I'll show you.
A short time later, the team hears what sounds like footsteps coming from the hallway. They also mention feeling increasingly uneasy as they continue through the building. Keeping their flashlights pointed ahead, they move slowly and carefully while watching for potential hazards.
Heavy on him. All right, guys, we're going to end this adventure right here. This was a crazy, crazy explore. Me and the steel one were walking down through the end of the hallway. We heard what sounded like an intercom. An intercom or a little computer, some kind of crazy...
It was weird. And then in the gym, we heard what sounded like somebody walking on glass, guys. Make sure you go back and listen to that stuff.
Later, the team hears sounds similar to glass crunching and faint intercom-like noises coming from the gym and nearby hallways. After documenting what they hear, they decide to end the exploration. Although no paranormal activity is confirmed, the strange sounds, abandoned setting, and empty building create an unsettling atmosphere that stays with them throughout the visit. The video comes from Maddie Rondak Outdoors, a solo camping and outdoor survival channel focused on the Adirondack Mountains in New York. On April 21st, 2026, after finishing some fishing upstream, Matt heads back toward his campsite. The trip remains peaceful until he notices something unusual near the roadside, changing the mood of the journey.
With a whole bunch of trash in it. Scumbags, dude. I hate this. Like, there's light bulbs, glass jars, can of bug spray.
Instead of ignoring the trash, he climbs down the steep embankment to collect the bags himself. The uneven ground makes the job difficult, and carrying the waste back up the slope takes extra effort. What begins as a simple discovery turns into an act of responsibility.
I never come unprepared. Bears, not really scared of those. Coyotes, again, not really scared of those. It's the crazy mountain people. I've seen way too many movies. Wrong Turn, Hills Have Eyes, those two alone. I ain't playing no games. They always come up here bearing arms.
The next day, he finds more illegally dumped rubbish in another part of the forest. The discovery makes it clear that the earlier trash wasn't an isolated case, but part of a larger problem in the area.
Yeet!
As snow begins falling near the end of the trip, Matt returns to collect the remaining rubbish and metal left behind before leaving the mountains. The experience shifts from a peaceful camping trip to one focused on the effects of isolation and caring for the environment. Nothing dramatic happens, but as darkness settles in, the remote setting feels much more isolated. By the end, the trip becomes more about taking responsibility for the wilderness than camping itself. The video comes from The Amazing World of Colin, a UK paranormal and urban exploration channel known for investigating abandoned places and local legends. On February 14, 2026, Colin explored a remote forest near Wendigo Lake in the United Kingdom. As he walks through the snow-covered woods at night with only a headlamp, he notices on the trail, likely left by wildlife, which immediately makes the atmosphere more unsettling. Because of local stories about a Wendigo sighting, he avoids getting too close to the frozen lake.
Life opening this. Let's just hope that whatever I'm looking for is not close. So you might have guessed it, but my plan B is literally a piece of meat. Oh my god, the juices are dripping out. Gotta make this quick. This smell is really, really strong. The bait is placed. Now I'm gonna get the hell out of here.
He places bait near a small hut where its scent can easily spread through the cold air. In the forest, it could attract animals such as foxes or other scavengers. He then moves to a spot with a clear view of the area so he can watch from a safe distance without being easily seen.
I'm not sure. We finally have fire, guys. Whoa. This is good. This is so chill. Finally.
The flickering light casts shifting shadows across the trees and snow, while the wind and falling snow make the forest feel even more isolated. During the investigation, Colin says he spots a figure that he believes is the Wendigo.
I ran as fast as I could because I knew I was gonna take it.
the beast I was searching for showed himself.
He immediately runs away, trying to put as much distance as possible between himself and what he believes he saw. After reaching safety, he says the experience felt real and insists he won't return to the area at night. No clear evidence of a creature is captured, and the fear appears to be driven by the isolated setting, poor visibility, and the forest's local legends. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.